Well, hello guys, and welcome to my first LEGO Star Wars The Last Jedi set review. This time we are doing set 75190. This is the biggest of the wave. This is of course the First Order Star Destroyer. As you can see, it includes a First Order officer, First Order shuttle pilot, two First Order stormtroopers, one of them is a sergeant, Supreme Leader Snoke, and then BB-9E. And there you can see Poe, Rey and Finn at the top there. Then on the back there we can see all of the features of the set and how you can open this all up, and the stud shooters and the handle. But yeah, now let's start by taking a look at the minifigures. And so starting off with Supreme Leader Snoke here, as you can see he is in these all gold robes there. You can see really nice detailing, and as you can see as it catches the light you can kind of see even more of the detail there, which is really nice. As you can see, he has got a lot of scars on him there on the front. And yeah, really nice minifigure here. And then there you can see the back detailing again with it all catching the light. And then more scars on the back of his head, which is really nice. And he is of course exclusive to this set and definitely going to be the main draw to this set because, you know, it's the only way to get Supreme Leader Snoke. And then next up here we have got a First Order officer, pretty generic minifigure, but as you can see there, pretty cool torso detailing, nothing on the legs, and then there you can see the detail on the hat. And again, a pretty generic face. And then there you can see the pretty generic back detailing, and he does come with a blast. Then next up here we've got the First Order shuttle pilot, and there is nothing new about this minifigure apart from this helmet piece, which is really nice design. As you can see, it kind of mixes that kind of Death Star Trooper design there, and as you can see when it is on the helmet there, it does look pretty cool all the way around. And then there you can see the pretty generic back detailing, and just like all of the other minifigures in this set except for Snoke, he does come with a blast. So we will take a look at the First Order Stormtrooper and First Order Stormtrooper Sergeant together because they are basically the same minifigure, except this one just has this little pauldron on there. So as you can see, the torso and leg detailing is exactly the same as the Force Awakens versions. They do have that angry clone face there, and then there you can see the back detailing, and it is the same for both of them. Then here we can see we have got BB-9E, and this is a pretty cool, obviously it is obviously going to be a little astromech droid which the First Order uses. So there you can see all of the detailing around that, pretty cool. It does use the exact same pieces as BB-8, just with this different printing there, and it's pretty nice to get, you know, different versions of these kind of BB units, which is pretty cool. Then the last kind of minifigure in this set is just this little droid here. It isn't really considered a minifigure, but it does use these little gear stick pieces as kind of arms. And so here we can see the full set itself here, and as you can see this thing is huge, but it's actually kind of smaller than I expected it to be. So as you can see there is a lot of detail on the outside here using all these different shades of grey. Then obviously we've got these stud shooters here. Then moving around to the back here you can see how they have built up the engines there, which is really nice. So as you can see they've got all these blue bits coming out as kind of representing thrusters, and this bit of the ship is kind of where the main bulk of it is, as you can see there. And then obviously spinning this around, as you can see I've got studs on the bottom of this thing, so it does look pretty good from all angles. And then they can kind of see on the bottom there, there's just a little bit where the plates do show the bottom of those, but it isn't too big of a deal. And there you can see the stud shooters more closely there. You can fire these off to kind of shoot lasers, but you can't really position these, so that is a little bit of a problem. But as you can see we've got a lot of depth with this, because obviously this is not minifigure scale, so they have had to kind of use studs to represent little areas, and you can see where it kind of goes in, using darker studs and lighter studs there. But as you can see, lots of detail all the way around this. This is kind of a symmetrical build, so it is the same on both sides. But you can kind of see all the way along this thing. You can see kind of red pins inside there, but that's not too big of a problem. And moving up to the bridge there, this is where you can open up the Star Destroyer. So as you can see, more detail here, and then you just simply lift this up. And once you've done that, you can simply just pull down these panels here to reveal the whole interior of the ship. And this is a really large interior here, so there is kind of a lot to go through. As you can see kind of how the outer shells have been built up there, which is pretty nice. You can see all these red pieces and black pieces to kind of match the interior of this in the actual movie. And then you can see we've got this hologram here right where Snoke sits, and this is probably going to be Kylo Ren there, and that just goes right there. But that is pretty cool. And then you can just sit Snoke on these three studs here. And then moving along, this is the handle where you can hold the ship, and I will show you that when everything is all closed up. So you just literally just pull that out, and then this is strong enough to kind of support the whole weight of the ship, so that is really nice. You know, this isn't going to break if you kind of swing it around there. You can see it's pretty sturdy. And as you can see, there is a lot of space for minifigures in here, so you can just kind of put these all over the place, and there is still a ton of space for even more, so that is really nice. And obviously you can get BB9E in there. And here you can see we've got this little control panel there. Those are all stickers there, and then you can kind of see all of the detailing on that, which is pretty cool. And that is right below Snoke's little throne room there where he can sit. And you can only put this down when Snoke is leaning back. If he is sat upright, then it does just get caught on his head there and it kind of sticks on. So if you want to sit him in and have it all closed, you do kind of have to lean him back there like so. And as you can see, there is a nice corridor in there, and there are some stickers on these pieces, but it's kind of hard to show. You can kind of get it like that. There you can just kind of see them, and then that goes through onto the other side, and then we've got these ladders which bring you up to this section, which all brings you around to this area, which again has even more space for minifigures. And then as you can see, there are some control panels in there, so looking at that one in the back there, you can see they are all printed pieces, and then there are some which kind of go under the walkway a bit. But then we have got 4 seats here for the control panels, which is pretty cool, and there you can see that one. And then these pieces are all stickers here, which makes for a really nice walkway. And then we've got that lighting there. And then there is another kind of control panel on the front. And as you can see, just kind of the Technic beams which are used to kind of support this thing and kind of make it sturdy. Behind that lighting piece there is kind of another control panel there. And then moving around to this side, we've got more seats here to sit minifigures around this little table. And as you can see in the back there are some stickers in this section, and then this is where you can kind of just stand the minifigure there, and then you simply just grab this red lever, and that brings him all the way up to Snoke's little room there. And then you can see next to Snoke there is a control panel there, which is pretty cool. Or you could use this to just kind of bring Snoke up himself. So you just kind of stand Snoke there and then simply bring him up like so. Then over in this section we've got another kind of small control panel. This is kind of where you can stick the droid. He just goes on that little peg right there. So you just simply stand him on, and then he can kind of work on this like so. And yeah, as you can see on this side, the control panel is exactly the same as the other side. But yeah, that is basically it for the interior. And then obviously closing this thing up, you do just have to bring these side panels up like so. First of all, just bring those up, and then you just simply close this here like so. And then what you're left with, you can just grab this handle, and then you can just fly the ship around like so. And it's really, really sturdy, as I said. You can shake this about and it isn't going to break, which is really, really nice. And yeah, again, you can see on this side the same level of detail that was on the other side, which I kind of showed. And yeah, that is basically it for this Super Star Destroyer. And then there you can see the kind of underside again there. But yeah, that is basically it for the First Order Star Destroyer. Now we can get onto the ratings for the set. So quickly before we get onto the ratings for the set, taking a quick look at the instructions here. As you can see, the front is the same as the front of the box. On the back here we've got this wing with the robot here. And we get straight into the piece count, and this is a really, really thick book. And then you can see we've got some posters here and here. And then we've got an advertisement for all of the minifigures. And we've got an advertisement for all of these sets. I do also have Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter, and I will be reviewing that next. And then, yeah, we just get straight into the build. So now overall onto the ratings for this set. I am definitely going to give this set a 10. This is definitely the best Last Jedi set. Again, obviously you can see kind of the scale compared to a minifigure. Obviously, again, the main draw of this set is definitely going to be Supreme Leader Snoke here, because this is the only way to get him. And yeah, just overall a really, really nice build. Obviously, again, it's not minifigure accurate, but really, really nice build, definitely a really nice display item. And then obviously again, how kind of most big Star Wars ships have the handle, that is a really, really nice inclusion. And despite its size, there is still a lot of detail on this thing, despite, you know, kind of how small it is compared to how it would be in universe. And so yeah, that is pretty much it for this review. Pretty nice minifigure selection. Kind of would have been nice to include Kylo Ren in this set as well, I think, or maybe kind of Luke Skywalker or someone, since he isn't in any of the Last Jedi sets. But aside from that, really nice set, and that is pretty much it for this review. So please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.